it's been one of those days. Check that out. And it's been showering all day, on and off. And I think we've got another 4 mil or so. I haven't checked the rain gauge yet, but I'm just guesstimating it's going to be around about the 4 mil mark. Just come out here at the moment. It's still spitting, and it's yeah, just nice day. It's a really nice change to actually have some nice weather, some kind weather. Really, that's what it is. And I've just moved the girls over here as we're heading into second half of January. We're actually due to have our first lambs, so I've just moved the portable yards, as you can see there, around here, and just going to move it patch by patch so we don't have to mow the long grass, and they can just eat that because, well, it's cheap, it's there, and they like it. You see there one of our ewes, and you see she's starting to bag up, which is a really good sign. I mean that Ant's been doing his job. So that's the udder there hanging down underneath, and hopefully that means that we might have a lamb or two on the way. You can see that she's looking on the big side. I don't think she's due till late January, early February, so it might be a sign that she might have twins on board. We're hoping we get a couple of twins, but in theory, if Ant's doing his job, all of these girls should be pregnant in here. So we're hoping. Icy's a first timer there in the middle there, hoping that we get a couple of nice little lambs out of it. Now this is our new ram, Timmy, and when Ant goes home, Timmy will be able to start running with the girls. And he's still only a baby, as you can see. You can see him there, and he's just come over to say hello and introduce himself. And I've got the other lambs are just out here in the paddock, just eating down a bit of this grass. So let them have a run around before we put them back in their yard, because we don't want them to get attacked by anything. But yeah, they're all enjoying it anyway. So happy sheep, all having a feed. Well, that's overnight, and the girls made short work of that, and I've just moved them back over here to their holding yard, so I can go and move those yards around again for them. Now, something strange has happened here at the moment that we normally get right around lambing time. We are coming up to lambing very, very soon. You can see the girls are looking quite big, but that might be because they've got a load of grass in their belly as well. But Icy keeps wandering off by herself. So when sheep are about to give birth, they normally separate themselves from the rest of the herd and go and find somewhere. Now, we don't think she's very much ready to go yet, because she's not quite big enough yet, and also she hasn't bagged up. So when I say bagged up, she hasn't got an udder. Her nipples are starting to point out, so it's starting to develop. But as she turns around there, you'll be able to see she hasn't really got a bag hanging down there between her legs, between her back legs, but the nipples are starting to form, and hopefully we'll get her to start showing some sign that she's going to drop a lamb. But she's not there yet, but she started looking around, so it's a good start. So you can see the udder there on one of the other sheep just starting to form, starting to bag up. That's how she goes. She's had a couple of lambs now, so once you work out the ewe, you can pretty much figure out how they're going. So she's on track for probably the end of January, towards the start of February sometimes. So we'll just have to wait and see for her. And you can see two different ones there, the difference of how far along they are. So you can see the big udder hanging down. So she's got hers just about ready to go. It's she'll get a lot more milk. She gets a really big udder, and a small one forming on the other ewe there. So they're our 3 ewes that we've got multiple lambs out of, and you can see how wide she is there. So having such a big udder this early, we're hoping she might have twins on board. That would be pretty cool. And the other one we've got lambs out of so far is Patches there in the middle. So Patches is, she's looking pretty wet at the moment, but yeah, she's a purebred merino, and we get some good lambs out of her. So her daughter is right there, Opal, the brown one there in the middle, and the one that's off by herself. So that's Icy over there. So we'll just have to wait and see. You can see here where we've been getting rid of some of the scrappy little trees to clear out our pasture, and got a couple of tree stumps there, so we're going to come over, and it's been piling up to burn out the stumps a bit. So we've been clearing out a little bit of an area. We've got a whole heap to go right there, but just as I'm around here doing this one here and breaking up some twigs before we get it started, I saw him. I don't know whether you can see him or not, but there is a bearded dragon in the middle of the screen. So if I zoom in on him, there he is, sitting on the logrus there. He's just trying to get a little bit of warmth. It's a bit of a overcast day, and he's just hanging out there. So I'll leave that log where it is for a little bit, and he'll just scoot off in his own time. But yeah, there you go, bearded dragon. What an absolute beautiful way to finish off the day. We've had a bit of rain, about 2.5 mil today. So we add that onto our little list, and as it's going along, and fires are just burning along nicely, and just kicking along there. And that's our view while we're sitting here and just enjoying the sunset before I head on back to the house.